you've come here to learn about what we do and what our projects are. I'm Alex, otherwise known as Fordads. Over here beside me is Ebony, otherwise known as Scarlet Babe. You will hear her voice in other stream/videos. Unfortunately, she doesn't feel like being on camera tonight. What is A&E Railway? A&E Railway is a overall railway project based on multiple scales in a single home. We have everything from N scale right through to 7.25. So, where are we going to start? I'm going to start from the top, so we're going to go 7.25 inch gauge down. So, starting off, we'll start with the new one, shall we? Let's pull up AutoCAD. So, this is going to be a battery electric 060 shunter. This is predominantly Ebony's, but it is mainly so that we have the ability to run when total fire bans are enforced, because you can't run steam, obviously. And B, when we just don't feel like running steam. I know that's hard to think, but that's the nature of the beast. This will look a little bit like a cough shunter from World War II. This is what we are basing it on. Differences are, obviously, it's going to be an 060, so there'll be an additional axle. It'll be slightly longer. This is to allow for our quite large batteries. Our plan is this section here is the 16mm steel plate, and then all this may end up being 3D printed. We're still working that one out. There we go. We already have the steel plate. That is what is under here. This is just an offcut. But that will shortly be going off for laser cutting, and you'll see that in a future video. Alright, build number 2. 7.25 inch gauge Little Lemur. This is a narrow gauge steam locomotive. We bought it about 70% complete. As you can see, the boiler is down here, the tubes for the boiler are here. That is the next major chunk to be done. And then we'll start work through here. 7.25 inch gauge build number 3. Well, not really a build. This is the riding truck to my 060 Homeside, a British steam locomotive. It is currently away getting a new boiler. I'll pull up an image for you. Whilst this isn't my locomotive, mine also is different. It has side tanks instead of the usual saddle, but that's what makes it interesting. Fun little loco. That should be back in the next month or two, so make sure to watch out for that returning to the channel. Moving right along. I'm going to jump down a scale to G. This is our G scale test track. It is a approximately 12 meter by 10 meter just circuit over 2 bridges, raised at 900 mil off the ground, mainly so that my back and knees aren't getting beaten up by. It also has some pretty significant grades, like it is not flat at all. It is track power as well as live steam. We run once or twice a month, and it all depends on when we feel like actually running. Alright, going to the, how shall we say, completed layout. It's not complete at all. This is our test track. This is in one of our studios. What you'll see is product reviews, decoder testing, just general stuff that we can't really do on the layout. That will be filmed on this layout. You'll also see some tutorials and other videos be generated on this layout. As you can see, it's 3 gauges HO for the 2 outer circuits, N scale with Kato Unitrack, and then a length of G in the center. Very cluttered at the moment, unfortunately, but we are working on it. This is a HO small in-home layout. It is not finished by any means. I still have quite a significant amount of wiring to do. This is mainly for use as a DC layout, so our older stuff will be running on this. But again, we will capture all this on video now, and you will see this on the channel over the next 3 to 6 months, we estimate. We do already have some scenery complete. As you can see, the roundhouse is set up over there. Just needs to be fully wired in. Ebony's been busy making herself a little pond with a nice willow tree. And over here off to the right is a river. That is going to be an interesting one, and we'll definitely be doing a video on that because that is quite a large epoxy pour. Our last build and our new build, as you can see, massive workshop. I'm now going to pull up SCARM, which is our layout planning software. This is known as the Workshop Layout Project. This is what you'll see the majority of on the channel. Now you may notice a few things. First and foremost, dead end here. It also doesn't look like there's any circuits here. Mainly because there isn't. That's because it's actually a dual layer layout. That is the layout as a whole. As you can see, pretty complex track plan. This is the top deck. So here is where one entry from the bottom deck is. There's the second one. Plan is to have probably a coal mine here. Oil terminal here. This is a diesel servicing facility. Steam for servicing. Interchange yard. And then moving back down to the bottom layer, we again have a passenger servicing yard, or passenger servicing roundhouse. This will be a Union Station. This is actually going to be edited. It doesn't show everything, but you get the idea. 3 road freight yard. Over here is dead end storage. This will actually be hidden. There won't be any scenery here. And all the way up and around here is 2% grade. All the way up to just here. So this set of points here, just before the interchange yard, is where the grade ends, is approximately a 12-meter grade at 2%. So it's going to be a workout for the locomotives. Some control details about this. This will be a DCC layout. We cannot do this with DC. It will be controlled by train controller. So you will see us build the layout for control in train controller. And you'll see how it interfaces with an NCE and Digitrax system. It is going to be a challenge for us. It is quite high off the ground. We are talking, for the top deck, we're talking 1.5 to 1.6 meters off the ground. Underneath that, there will be shelving, and at this end, there will actually be a desk. That will be the first build video for the workshop layout. Will be the desk being built and put in. Alright, thank you very much for watching. As you can see, we've got a lot of projects on the way. We hope that you enjoy watching the videos as they come out. For those of you that would like to support us, we do have Patreon. The link will be in the description down below. But until next time, which should be in about 2 weeks, thank you very much for watching, and good night.